Okay, we're back again, and now we're going to talk about the technical stuff. So after you download the botfather, you click bot and add local bot. Then you select a folder, then create a JavaScript file inside that folder. Well, inside that file, we're going to use while true because we want it to run indefinitely to the end of time. Then we call function main. Inside function main, we will check whether there is a pop-up or not, because it's mobile game. There's going to be a lot of pop-up. Then inside the check pop-up method, we took a screenshot. Then we save that screenshot, assign a variable. Then because we want to match it with something from pop-up, because if we want to match something, we want to take a special feature from that pop-up so it's recognizable. Then as I said, we call that pop-up, which is this, because it's part of the pop-up, as you can see in here. So it's very unmistakable because it won't change, because this is random, this is random, and this is random. I'm not mean random, more like dynamically changing, but this part, it's mostly no, they never change, except they change it themselves. Then back to the code. We were using Vision API from the botfather to find matches, which mean more than one. And the screenshot, the first parameter is the screenshot, then the pop-up PNG, the feature from the pop-up. Then the accuracy, we want it to be a near perfect but not too perfect, so I'm going to with 0.95. Then we check whether there is a match. Well, obviously there is. We want to check the match number equal 1, because if there is 0, then because if the match's length equals 0, that means there is no pop-up. If more than 1, that means there is something wrong with the game, then we should update our bot. But in the current form, there is 1. So if there is 1, exactly 1, it will return true, else return false. Because it's the beginning of the game, there will be no pop-up, so we're going to return true. Then we call function play. Inside function play, there is 4 variable contain 4 image, which is blue, red, yellow, green, as you can see here. Then we call that 4 image, 4: blue, green, yellow, and red. What that means is, like before, we want to check something, whether it exists in something. So we want to check this red boxes exist in here, which obviously it is, but the question is where and how many. So we're going to use like the last one. So we're going to get each of these box coordinates and click on them. I could use like jigsaw or something to find it, because that's too complicated and I just learned it. So we're going to use the brute force one. We click each of those red boxes, whether it's to whether it's more than one next to it or only one like here. It doesn't really care. We're going to brute force it, so it's not going to be beautiful, but it worked. Not very efficiently, but it worked, trust me. Then after we call those images, we assign it to array to easily sort it out and loop it out. Then we begin our journey to the most interesting part, the loop. So we loop each color, then we get those color by index, by the loop, then we check the pop-up again because it's a mobile game. Then we take a screenshot, save it, then we assign a variable just like before, then we find a match. It's, you know, the screenshot, the image you want to find, then the accuracy. Then we log there is X matches of X color boxes. Then we, as I said, we loop each of those matches, so there's going to be a lot like this, 1 2 3 4 yada yada. Then we loop the matches, then we check for pop-up again because mobile game, then we log, say clicking this color box at this location, which is interesting because we're using matches, you know, get the index, each of those matches, position, get rectangle because it's mapped like a rectangle, and I don't really know, it's math, I'm not good at math. Then, well, it basically said we're going to get each of those box coordinates based on the image because it's the same resolution as the phone, so it's going to be the same. Say this x9 y0, then we click it, it's the same. Then we click each box location by using this command. Okay, then else break. So if there is no checkup, it's going to break. If there is a I'm sorry, if there is a pop-up, it's going to get out of the loop and, you know, clear the pop-up first, then run it again. So that's the whole, you know, script. And next we're going to see it on action.